Welcome back. We are back with an issue 1 in every 5 new mothers faces. We're talking about maternal mental health conditions like depression or severe anxiety.
Yeah, just to name a few. So doctors say an estimated 75% of the symptoms go untreated, and that can lead to consequences for mother and baby. Joining us now to talk about it all is Karen Lightbourne, who is Executive Director for Community Connections at Community Health Network. And how do we know the difference between baby blues and whether or not it's something else, something more serious?
Well, about 85% of women have baby blues. They're very common. It's feeling emotional, maybe weepy, you just had a baby, with that. But what we're talking about when we talk about mental health with maternal mental health is really that postpartum depression, anxiety, that doesn't really go away and that would need treatment. So a woman may say things like, I can't bond with the baby, or I feel like I'm drowning, with the anxiety that's happening. So it's really important that that woman gets the help that they need.
Those lines are red flags to watch out for. So the state of Indiana is actually helping tackle this issue, right?
Right. So the state of Indiana is setting up funding for 8 different maternal health advocates around the state. Here in Indianapolis, Community Hospital East and Franciscan on the south side are getting one. And this maternal health advocate will be able to help with things like doing home visits, checking on safe sleep with that mom. And it's really at that time period in that 4th trimester, from the time the woman leaves the hospital to about 12 weeks after, because that's really that window of time where a lot of things can happen, and that help is really needed.
So we talk about it here all the time. I have a 1-year-old at home, 13 months now, and oh my goodness.
Rocks your world.
I had no idea. And I think that there are so many other people out there that have no idea how difficult it can be, even if you do have all the resources. And if you don't, that's a whole nother layer. But I want to talk about advocates and who can be an advocate and how everyone can be an advocate, because it's just one of those experiences that you don't really know or relate to until you go through it personally. Like, my life has changed forever.
Right. So these are maternal health advocates. So they're essentially community health workers. So it's a trusted member of the community that knows the resources, know about maternity, know about postpartum depression, and knows how to connect that person to resources. They'll be screening for social determinants of health, make sure that woman has things that they need around food, housing, transportation. Some of these things, we kind of take for granted, but there's some people out there that really need that assistance. But really checking on that mental health of that woman, making sure someone's asking, how's breastfeeding going? How, safe sleep? Do you feel like how the baby should be sleeping? Car seat safety. A car seat can be difficult getting in and out of the car, and knowing the safe way to put that baby in. So really having that support for that woman and that baby, because it's a critical window, because it's when, the postpartum depression can happen. It's during that window that, there's help that's needed.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being here. If people want more information on this program, where should they go?
You can always contact the state of Indiana.
Okay.
And then there's also the maternal mental health hotline, which is 1-833-TLC-MAMA.
Okay, we'll put that online at WTHR.com so you can find it easily.
Check on the mamas, everybody. Check on the mamas.
Always.
Yeah.